I'm delighted to talk about the work in Nepal. I have been involved in doing service in India and the Himalayas since 1977, and I had tried to find some projects in Nepal, but until this year was unable to find a real suitable choice. And then I met a man, Dr. Bidya Pant, at a meeting, and he's probably the world's most efficient, successful cataract surgeon, but he was branching out to try to learn how to do corneal transplants. There are no corneal transplant surgeons in all of Western Nepal. So I was to launch the corneal transplant service with the corneas, with the equipment, and with the know-how. So it was a great chance to take an excellent surgeon up a notch, so when I leave he will have a service line that didn't exist before. In southern Nepal, it's all agricultural. It's not, we weren't in the Himalayas, we were in a forested area. And most of the injuries that left people blind were from plants, agricultural, sugarcane fields. They'd scratch the eye and they'd get terrible infections they couldn't control because there's a dearth of doctors and good medicines there. I sort of plunked myself down between vision and no vision, and it's just thrilling to be able to ferry people on this journey from not seeing to seeing, and I don't get tired of the plane flights or the terrible food or the jet lag, because you just don't get a chance to see this kind of transformation anywhere else, really. This eye transformation is about as fast and definitive as almost anything in medicine. As in many, many lives, you get away from things and you begin to see what the real world is like. So I took my junior year abroad in India, studying Indian art and religion for 6 months. There was so much evident blindness in India back then, and it was clear that there were corneal scars all over the place and people were unable to see. And so when you're 20 or 21, that kind of impact, which is so different than America, stays with you. And so I kind of vowed then that I would try to dedicate my life to making a difference. So what we saw all the time was seeing eye kids. The grandfather would come in, blind as a bat, and his grandson would, or granddaughter, mostly grandson, would be shepherding him around, taking him to find food, taking him buying water. And so when you did cataract surgery or corneal transplant surgery, you liberated both the grandfather or the grandmother and a 6-year-old or a 7-year-old. So it makes a huge difference when people become self-reliant, when they can take over and get the dignity back. So I love that aspect of eye surgery, is watching the family's face light up. It's a short time we have on this life and in this life, and if you can make as big an impact and as quality an impact with the least bad karma, boy, that's a good deal. So I've been very blessed.